Okay. Is this thing on? I think we're here. I think we're good. I have to admit, ladies and gentlemen, I have not been more excited slash nervous for a show in a little while because this isn't a tournament. It's not a DreamHack or a QuakeCon or even a Sunday Cup. It's something really special, and I know I've talked about it a lot, but here we are. We're doing it. We actually did the thing that we said we were going to do, and that's always crazy, crazy exciting. I'm going to introduce my guest here in just a little bit, but I just want to make sure that not everything has exploded when I blinked, because, again, I'm like more nervous about tonight than I have been anything for a while. And it's all because of Shamblernaut. Dude, thank you so much for agreeing to come along on this crazy ride. And welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
It's been a little bit of time boiling. Just a little bit of background. There's Doom and Quake maps coming out all the time, high quality stuff coming out for like vanilla content, modded content, anything you could imagine. And I want to play more of that. I never really like streaming myself just playing the map by itself. Having a little bit of company would be preferable, and I can't think of any better company than the guy who made the map. So Shambler, again, you've made a lot of content over the years. You've been doing a lot of speedrunning yourself. You've been doing a lot of wild and crazy mods. But we've got a small selection of your content tonight that we're going to be going through.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing you play it. Looking forward to see if you can break it, find some secrets. Yeah, and I've included a map that's unreleased, so it should be good. You'll be the first person other than myself to play it, so expect it to be wildly unbalanced and unfair.
That's how I like them, actually. As long as it's not like, fields of Vors, we're good. So again, I know it must be maybe a little bit nerve-wracking for you as well, because yeah, I'm gonna poke and prod, because usually when I'm playing Quake single-player maps by myself, I will like stop at a room, I'll find something, and I'll walk away for a while and come back and be like, oh, that texture's still there. Okay, cool, we're gonna keep playing. So there won't be too
Look,
much of that.
I do the same thing to other people's maps when I play through them. I give a fairly blunt critique. It's always within the scope that the feedback, so they should be improving, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's never negative for negative's sake.
That's a great
But
way of putting it.
you can be as hard as you like with my maps. That's cool.
All right, awesome. Well, I think without
Well,
further ado,
you'll know if you've gone too far if I start crying. So
please don't cry. It's the first episode. Let's get a few under our belt before we have anybody crying. But no, thank you again for allowing us to play a map that hasn't been released just yet. I know someone out in the audience will have played 2 of the maps so far. I haven't played any of these yet, so it's going to be a blind playthrough for me. Which is an advantage to everybody, I would hope. And again, there'll be a map that nobody's seen yet, except yourself yet, Shambler.
Well, they've seen me play. Well. They've seen me working on it on stream.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
and yeah, it's something I really enjoy. Has been happening more and more often in recent years. Is more mapping streams. So yourself and a lot of other Quake and Doom mappers. Just because, hey, thanks, Porkchop there. We've got so many mappers just using like Trench Broom now, using Doom Builder 2, which are much more attractive mapping tools than we've ever had before. We live in very special times, and it's made for some good TV as well. So I think we're going to go ahead and...
Trench Broom has certainly brought a lot of people into the community.
The first time I saw drawing an arbitrary shape on a brush face and then extruding it, I was like, that's it. Like, everything is better now. And yeah, the explosion of creative content over the past couple of years across both communities has been startling and overwhelming, and I haven't been able to play any of it. As the show continues, as we progress, we're going to have more and more interactive elements. Might not always be mystery maps, might always not be exclusive content, but one of the things we will have is a start to crate timer. Now, for those of you who don't know what it is, Old Man Murray back in the day was just about the best gaming news website, and they had a review system. Some would call it a parody, some would call it hard science, called a start to crate review system, which is simply a measurement of from beginning to play the game or the map. How long does it take before you find a crate? Barrels kind of count. Some things like pottery are soft shoe items, but it's proven to be very very worthwhile over the years.
Okay, so here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Are ammo boxes tiny crates?
I was just about to get into that because it's interesting. There's what is it? I think it's the health crates are actually more in that realm because aren't they? They're BSP, right?
Yeah,
because
all the rectangular.
Right.
What is it? Rectangular prism boxes. Yeah, the ammo boxes. Yeah.
Yeah,
all
so
BSP models, yeah.
Anything like this was done before the advent of rigorous UV mapping, which means you could put different textures on different faces or different parts of textures on faces. So this was id Software's hack. These are tiny little maps in and of themselves, which is startling, but I don't think it's going to count. So I just loaded up the first map here, Cloisterfuck. Hopefully everybody's happy with everything. I know I'm pushing a lot of buttons today, so if there's any technical things, feel free to let me know. But of course, Shamblernaut's going to be looking over my shoulder, as it were, cringing or cheering me on, one or the other. Hopefully not crying too much.
Yeah, so this its origin started off as Copper Jam, and I wasn't fast enough to finish it for Copper Jam, so it just became a map in and of itself.
Well, I'm already liking the fact that, you have like a rather dense interior area, and then you step outside, and then you've got a lot to take in. You've got like a critical path here. Got our first ogre, and I'm just going to take a grenade straight to the face for reasons. Let's push a button, because buttons are made to be pushed. Seized shut. I gotta say, I haven't seen too many usages of exactly that sentence.
Yeah, I tend to use it probably too much.
This door is open somewhere else, or it does not open from the side.
So this map, I don't know whether you'll be able to tell as you're going through, it's actually a remix of sorts, heavily inspired by E2M5, the Wizard's Manse.
It's definitely more Mancy than the Wizard's Manse so far, I would say. It's kind of like those Doom 2 city maps where they say they're city maps, but are they really? This definitely looks a little bit more lived in. I'm not stepping on those glowy holes, whatever they are.
Oh, I dare you
to. That's not happening. Oh, since you dared me. Okay, they're just nails. I thought it was gonna be like a giant thing. It's actually a little bit nice. You put the trigger a little bit further away, so. Indiana Jones serves you well.
You can't be too mean to the player.
So let's see. Oh, what skill am I playing this on? I'm playing on skill 1. Should I not be playing on skill 1? I just loaded it up from the console.
You play on whatever skill you like.
I'm gonna very quickly get back to where I was, but on skill 2. Let's
look for the best experience. I suggest Nightmare, but.
All right, let's see what monsters are different so far. I still got the ogre. Not gonna take the grenade to the face this time. Button, door, fiend.
See, one of the criticisms that people had of this map was that the encounters weren't as fleshed out as they could have been. That and some of the detail areas were a bit underwhelming, which, in hindsight, you can totally see. And it sort of highlights the importance of lots of people testing. It's sort of a conundrum for me, because in some respects I like to release complete surprise maps on the community and have it be a surprise for everybody. But by the same token, you want to release something that's fleshed out and good, right?
Yeah, I've never split too many hairs about detail in and of itself. Consistency is always nice, but I've never been one to demand crazy brush counts. I have run out of ammo, however, so I'm just gonna bait these knights a little bit. Find some boxes here. That's good use of Jesus there, actually. This guy's because usually he's in a symmetric room and the centerpiece there's a little more accent. Alright, shells. Nice. Shells and nails. Bread and butter. Button. I do like this room. You get a little bit of a look of things to come. There are, what, 4 secrets here so far, so I'm going to do a little bit of poking.
So this room is an analog of one of the rooms in E2M5, where you can see multiple pathways above you. It's actually really hard to tell unless you're actually watching them side by side.
Right.
To be fair, so
that's fine. I like homage. Yeah. No, I like this. All right. So back through Jesus. Cool. And in the bingo cards I was talking about earlier, that would be a check, like coming back into the same room from a different direction or a different pathway.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I really like about E2M5. And that's a Romero map. And he does a really good job of having recycling the same areas, like going through the area multiple times. And things, it's still static. Like, it's not like things have changed. It's not like modern mapping where we're a little bit more dynamic when you revisit an area and things have changed. But he just approaches it from different directions and with different spawns.
And it's something that's become harder to do as, the amount of work that goes into putting a map together in modern engines goes up. It's harder to justify that kind of complex geometry. Alright, rocket launcher just there on the ground. I did find the cell with the secret with the cells. So that's a good indication that Thunderbolt will be not too far off. I'm not falling down that hole just yet.
Now, there is a secret in this level that if you progress too far in the level, you will actually bypass it.
Oh, okay.
You'll get locked out from it. Do you want me to let you know before you go too far?
Let me know after I go too far.
Okay, sure.
I like to bleed a little bit. Alright. This is a big drop. There's a lot of faith that goes into this. I can hear some dudes down there. Oh. Gotta fall on one of these torches first. Oh, there's nails. Okay. Some pipe dreams are just that. But don't forget to shoot the what? Don't forget to shoot for them. You have, like, life advice here going on. Like. Oh, you're actually shooting the nails downward. Okay. Oh, hope I didn't lose you.
Well, I'm here.
Okay, cool. No, I like the center print there. That was one of the things I was tempted to have on the bingo cards, is like center print that's more sentient than makes sense. Like, there are older maps like the Innsmouth, where it's like, oh well, the room is cold or something like that. Like really descriptive center print. I am low on health. I did save before. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. Nothing makes you panic like polyps. Okay, alright. They can just be there. I'm just gonna keep going. I don't have time for them. Hardly ammo. Don't worry, I'm not gonna chastise. Ooh, oh, actually, like, oh, that's a hole there. Okay, cool. Was that great? Oh, and that opens that back up. Okay. So was that floor grate closed before? Could I have actually, like, dove down there?
It was closed. It was closed before, yes.
Interesting. Okay. That's neat. Because, yeah, it's always a neat, like, psychological thing where you go, I've been here before. It's a good feeling, like, just by itself. And it seems to be like, one of the main things you want to do whenever you can. Fuck. Yeah, that was going to happen. That was just going to happen. All right.
That's okay. That may yet be a blessing in disguise.
Alright, so yeah, can't go down there right now. Rotfish. Bethesda hasn't ruined Rotfish yet. Just Oakfish. 3 HP, I'm doing well. I mean,
yeah, it just makes it a challenge, right?
Yeah. I wonder if sewers should be on my bingo card. Is there a attractive sewers, though. All right, let's do a 3 HP save. Let's just do it.
So you just made a save, did you?
Yeah. Am I too late? Is it too far?
No, no, no.
Okay, all right. I'm all kinds of nervous. I wanted to read the haiku from your Switch. Alright, some pipe dreams are just that. Don't forget to shoot them before it's too late. Alright, so pipe dreams. We've got these. I don't have a whole lot of ammo though. Any of them break. They're very dark too. I can feel you holding your breath.
I am. I really am. It's... I can't give it away.
Well, I
I
appreciate
really
that
want
you're
to, but I'm not going to. I'll just let you fight. I'll let you fight it for yourself. I mean, that pretty much gives it away, though, doesn't
Well,
it?
it's 2019 and there's nothing bright and glowing, so I'm utterly lost, obviously.
Look, it's pretty obscure.
Alright. Well, that's even better. I mean, none of these pipes are bleeding, which is what you do in Quake, to see if you can break something. Are there any pipes down here?
I mean, you got the clue pretty well, actually.
Okay. Just not the right pipes?
Well, I mean, I can't say too much.
Right. Okay, well, silver keys get. And that looks like a silver key, maybe this is not silver enough, it's more gray, really. I don't think I can get up on these pipes.
There are some excellent comments happening in chat. Some pretty
I
lewd
think I already
comments
tried
as
to
well.
swim up the pipe. Oh, okay. Is it one of those? Is there like a switch like just on the inside of that clip? No, I don't see it. It's still dark in there. And I know some people in chat have played the map before.
Oh, I don't think they've been giving you hints.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I do need an OG's counter. I'll be alright. Alright. Well, silver keys get. And I don't know, I've always felt like large expanses without detail are always just fine. Thank you to Eat Ass Go Fast. Alright.
Yeah, the way I feel about large areas and with undetailed, it really depends on the style or theme you're going for. I mean, in a brutalist map with good lighting, yeah, it's gonna look fine. By the way, you've just gone too far.
Oh really? Oh really? Okay. So actually going through that door, I was thinking like going through that door doesn't really do much. It's not like I'm falling down a hole or anything.
Yeah, you were mighty close to finding it. It's. I mean, how long do you want to spend?
It's one of the only 4 secrets in the map, so you know you get a lot of bang for your buck out of these.
You've already tried it. It's just where you need to stand to try
really?
it.
Okay. All right. Is that a hook? Don't look under the water either. Okay, well, process limit. There's only 2 pipes. Is it the short one or the long one? Or is it both?
Oh.
Or is the pipe a switch? There it is. All right. Wow, that's wow. All right. All right. All right, hit it.
And did you hear the switch
Yeah,
go?
I did. I don't have the volume up like super loud. So did it open up this door? Nope. Is it a timed one?
No, it's not a timed secret.
Okay.
Look, locking people out from the area and a timed secret is really a dick move. And,
you know,
and I'll have to remember that for my next map.
Yeah. See, I did hear something. Just need to determine what it was I heard. And it's a one-time switch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I mean, to save you the time, it's not in this area, and it's hard to miss when you find it.
Okay. Is it past the point itself?
Yeah.
Like past the silver door? All right. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I mean, otherwise you can be, yeah, here for
Thank you,
forever trying to
wall
find it.
face, with your helpful haiku.
Yeah, I should have made it a proper haiku, shouldn't I?
I know it's
Now
not.
now I'm just full of regret.
Alright. Just being a little bit skeevish since I'm at 3 HP, but there's a mega. And of course I can't get it. Oh, he... It's the same face. Don't want to touch the green stuff. Don't want to touch the green stuff.
It did tell you what you need to do. I think
Okay.
you missed the centigrade. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. The altar's been defiled. Cool. So, window... Really? Okay. Oh, were there bars in that before?
Yeah, there were bars, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
This whole outside area is inaccessible
Gotcha.
without the centigrade.
It's a large area.
So yeah, so this is some of the detail that people were talking about that the
I think
outside
it's
area
fine.
perhaps could use. It's just a bit barren in some places.
Stark is the word. Brutalist is the word. Oh shit, I've fallen. And I don't have a grenade launcher. I do have a rocket launcher. That'll do. That's a fiend. And I appreciate that you're holding off the SSG for a while. Keeps things a little bit tense.
Yeah, I mean, I was very hesitant to even put the rocket launcher in because if you've ever speedrun the game or I guess played Quake in general, you know how easy it is to break maps with,
Oh yeah,
with
of
rocket
course.
launchers.
Yeah.
So I like to make it just a touch harder for the player to do that.
Well, that's really like the lesson of things like Duke Nukem, where you can get the nice. You can get like the jetpack in any number of levels and hold it for the entire episode, and like a mapper would just have to assume that at any given point a player has an access to a jetpack. So it's something to incorporate and think about. Alright. Oh, hello, Shambler. I don't have a lot of anything good. You know what? We're gonna go back in here. It's fine.
Yeah, just ignore him.
Main path, yeah. I don't have time for him. Ow. That is not self-preservation-y. Like these little blocks. Chest-high walls. That's gotta go on the bingo card.
Chest high walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, chat. I don't. I try not to respond to Shambler because there is another Shambler in our community who goes by Shambler. So, I don't like the confusion between
Okay, yeah.
he and myself.
Yeah.
And it's less for like the confusion's sake and more for like just out of respect for him. You know, he had the nickname first. He's been in the community for forever.
I guess you could
don't
say you're
like-
not Shambler.
Yeah.
Let's not
Oh.
talk about that. Let's not
I,
talk about
I
that
didn't
at
see
all.
anything, man.
Yeah, that was fine. Yeah. I just want... Yeah, okay, cool. I can't get up on that. I was like, oh, feels like I should be able to. Alright, fiend. Quake Rocket Splash, never change. It hasn't. Unless you're playing AD or something.
And even then, I don't think the radius has been changed from
Right. Fucking chainsaw in my butt. Alright.
that. So I don't think we've seen a crate yet, have we?
No, we haven't. The start to crate timer is going just fine.
I thought that I had one in this dungeon, but clearly I didn't.
I definitely would have spotted it out. Got years of that. Oh, all right. We got brush chains. That's going on the bingo card for sure. Brush chains.
Brush chains,
Yeah,
yeah.
always good.
Well, the chain textures are pretty garbage in my opinion. For Quake.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah. Nice model
so yeah, brushing them up is just nicer.
Yeah. Was there a reason of having that as like a push button switch instead of just like a trigger for opening those grates?
None in particular. I don't really like the idea of
things just happening as you walk around.
Yeah, it
Okay,
makes
I can
more
respect
sense
that.
to
Oh,
actively.
That's cool. I like this. Yeah, because there's a moment where you're going back through it and you're like, I don't know why I'm going back through it, and then you have the aha moment. Aha moments are good.
Yeah. Did I put a message saying that the bars had been raised? The
I don't think
pillars
so.
had been raised?
I'm kind of glad you didn't. That would be very Hexen of you. A door has opened somewhere in the game.
Yeah.
I like all these windows too. Get a lot of mileage out of those.
Yeah, the whole idea behind that was so you could see the.
I meant to switch to shotgun there. I did not.
See the secret that you missed.
Oh really? Oh yeah. A little bit of aha. You know what? That ogre just is not treating me very nicely today. And I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. Knights are absolutely my favorite enemy in Quake. It's so rare, even in modern games, to have enemies that can move and attack at the same time, and Knights do it so gracefully, effortlessly, beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with them. They are pieces of shit when you're trying to speedrun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They're just so cool, though. And you do quite a bit of speedrunning yourself, right?
I do a meme category. I don't seriously speedrun. I don't have the skills for that. But I enjoy it. I like the flow you get from moving quick through a level.
Right.
And it's a challenge, right? You feel great when you do it right.
Oh, I like the staircase. It's an epic staircase. Alright. Yo armor won't help a lot when I got 25 health. Back off, please. Yeah, I really like all these windows with the bars. Hey, hello down there, Shambler. I don't have time for you. Don't have the nails for you.
I don't think he can get up from that point either. I think you've safely left him behind.
Well, there's the Thunderbolt, so... And the walk cycle for Death Knights has always been amazing as well. Ah, fuck. Yeah, we're just using all the cells right here. Don't want to deal with that. Vors are just worse revenants.
I'm glad you walked into that, because I was... I placed the lightning bolt right in front of the player, so they would run straight to it.
Classic.
Without wanting to look around. And you did, which is perfect.
A little overexcited. Wow, that is a shooting gallery. Wrong floor.
Yeah, so that's another one to check off.
Oh, I don't mind that at all. That's fine. That's totally alright. They're not all bad things, but it's interesting because Quake and Doom have evolved kind of languages for map design, things that most players will expect, ways to kind of like play with those expectations. Different authors have different like patterns for how they like to do secrets. Some authors love doing like timed line triggers. Some authors love doing find the secret button. Some authors love doing find the misaligned texture. There's just so many ways to go about it, and they're all awesome. But when you're looking at it like an author's like larger scope of work, it takes you like a map or two to really like get inside their heads for how they expect you to approach things.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because I like looking at my maps. At first I thought like my style was really haphazard, but actually after now that I've released a few, I can sort of start seeing my style. What is it that makes a map of mine?
Right.
Sorry, I shouldn't say what explicit thing it is. I should say what elements, because I don't think there is a single thing that makes a map mine, but there are certain things that I do. And I think that's probably true for most mappers. They have a number of things that you could look at it and say, oh, that's this guy's map. Because
you recognize that
he does
something
this all
works
the
and you want
time.
to iterate on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the trick is doing it without making it boring, right?
I don't get bored easily. Oh, ogres on platforms. That's the imp balcony of Quake.
It really is.
Yeah. Oh, classy, classy. I was even jumping. I could have maybe even made that, I feel like.
No, you really couldn't have
This
made
one
it.
doesn't have any helpful advice. I love the shadows in here. Holy crap. Those are cool. Those little torches are doing a lot of work. Alright, button. Who's got the button?
Yeah, see, I mean, that's a faux pas as well. Some people would argue that
I'm not
putting
taking
a
that
button
gold
in
key yet.
putting a button in the same room as the door that opens it.
Right. Well, okay, I don't actually... Oh, it's a small little hole. I can't actually jump in there. It's like this has been
Well,
thought
I mean,
through or something.
You can no-clip through it, and
Well, yeah.
there's an invisible wall there, but you can no-clip and hit the button if you really want.
I'm picking up ammo I didn't get before, so I don't mind too much. Alright, classic. Cool. I've only found 2 of the secrets, though.
I think there are only 3, aren't there?
No,
there
there's
are
4. Mr.
Yeah.
Guy who made the map.
No, you did walk straight past one.
This is not tenable. This is,
I mean, you said there was dancing. Can you shambler dance?
a little bit. It's not the keyboard I usually play on. Oh yeah, and of course I had some cells left,
Oh.
so I don't need
See, a
that.
true pro gamer blames the equipment.
Of course. Alright. I do feel some element of grudge against these ogres, so yeah, there we go. I feel like I can
Or is
get
it
on
just
that clip.
the one shambler you left behind? Is that it?
Maybe. I feel like I can get up on this without rocket jumping.
I think you can too.
I don't know. Helpful red arrows. Very nice of like the Eldritch gods to put signposts everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always easy to convey where you want the player to go.
You know what? Here's what we're doing.
Without.
Yeah, there we go. Now that I'm up here. Well, this was nice. Oh, you're going quiet again. That makes me nervous.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm watching. No, it's there's no secret up here. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're,
It was worth it for the sake of it. All right. I think I'm gonna leave those secrets there. There were a few other monsters I missed. Oh, but we're back in this room now too. Cool.
Scarecrow, to answer your question, this was originally started off as a Copper Jam map, which turned into what it is now.
Well, I'm impressed. Very vertical. I'm gonna poo-poo everybody who said, you know, not enough detail on some of the outdoor areas. Maybe it's because I live in Dallas now, but all of the buildings are like, you know, 8 polys max. You know, it's the way it is. Said I walked past a secret, so let's do some minor due diligence. Without getting ogred this time.
Look at that start to create timer. That's
Yeah,
fantastic, isn't it?
I am pumping it up a little bit artificially here, but yeah, it's working out well. And yeah, you still have like these little windows that come back to previous areas. That's all you need to do. You just take 2 rooms that are like gameplay-wise in sequence. Oh, that's sealed shut. All right. And you just fold them back in on each other, so that they're still, you know, in sequence from a game flow perspective, but now they get to look at each other. All nice like. All right. I don't think I'm gonna get that secret. But boom, that's Cloisterfuck. Nah, I love that a lot. Super atmospheric.
Thanks for that, man.
Yeah.
And it takes you to the next map.
Yeah. Let me make sure that I push the correct button. So yeah, this is, at least on disc, Acid Trip, but its full name is Organic Disassociation. I like that. And Poor Chop's a fan of this. We've got glass, we've got Quake glass, we've got green skies.
So this map started off
fog.
as the 1024 jam. So it was 1024 units each side. I was trying it and I gave up, and I just the dev name for this map was not 1024. And yeah, zombie.
Ooh,
It
right.
was the map that took ages to compile before I added reasonable amounts of detail. And after I did, then it was fine.
Cool. I don't know, it's like something that came up when I was going through Thief 2 for the first time, comparing it to Thief 1. And Thief 1 had a lot more like stark open areas, but Thief 2, the detail didn't do too much for me in addition to what Thief 1 had to offer. If I'm perfectly honest, I think I kind of prefer the first Thief.
Yeah, so this map...
Which is a total non sequitur, I know.
No, I mean, it's very different from the previous map.
Cool. Well, we've already had a bit of an acid trip. I'm just loving the... Oh, because you trip into the acid. I get it. I get it. That's very clever. You're a clever man.
Yeah, so it's a lot grittier, this map.
Yeah.
It uses a lot of the CR8 and speedy textures, which those are really cool texture sets.
Yeah.
And they really lend themselves well to this sort of industrial... Oh, you've got a fork there, by the way. You can choose which way you want to go.
Is that a fact? Oh, I thought that was closed. Oh, did it open up behind me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so you can choose to go through either way.
Nice fog. Oh, I had forgotten to reset the start to crate timer for this map, but I think those barrels count.
I believe there's some crates in there as well.
Yeah, all right, well.
I think they're just obscured by fog.
First, yeah. Well, as soon as I'm done with these ogres, I'm going to reset it here. We'll have a proper timer for the third map. I took a lot of damage in that fight.
It could be a timer for the stream, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. So 32 minutes without a crate, that's pretty impressive. All right. Well, I mean, when do we restart it? Do we restart it now or at the next map? Probably the next map.
Yeah, I mean, we were a minute in.
Yeah. And they're such large, girthy barrels as well. 11 HP, don't want to do the acid. Is that seized shut? No, it's not. Right. Got a glow around the button, very classy. A door has opened, alright. Ooh, like this. Oh, loving this. Sorry dogs, I'll be there in a second, I'm just admiring the scenery. We've got a, oh, what's that called? There's a name for that kind of drainage system. Shit.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
I don't remember what it's called. It's the cool funnily hole one. Stop. No. Barrels everywhere. Alright. Now...
Yeah, so this is very non-linear, this map. It's, and it can be somewhat maze-like.
That's alright. I feel like there's something good in that one, unless this is like one big floating platform. But also, how could you not like want to fall in here? Oh, well, I wanted to. I really wanted to. There's gotta be something good in here, though, right?
No, there's really not. But it's important to jump down the glory hole.
Right. Did I just do it wrong? Do I need to jump? Do I need to get
no
better in there?
You did exactly what I expected people to do, which was fantastic.
Alright. Skinner's taught you well. Pavlov even. Speaking of dogs.
Yeah, so one of the don't know if so much as a criticism of this map, but one of the weaknesses is potentially that it doesn't necessarily convey direction well.
That's okay.
But I mean, some people like the sprawling sprawling mazy
I do.
thing.
I get a lot of satisfaction out of just like knowing that I'm killing dudes, and you know, I'm kind of like whittling away at the danger set for the map. That's. Did I already hit it? Because surely that's a button.
Is it?
Surely. Alright.
I don't know who Shirley is.
It's decorative. Oh, it's a laser thing. Okay. Speaking of thief. It's not a very enthusiastic laser. It's like, I tried. Clocked in, did my job. Did I kill these dudes? Okay, that's the door going back to there. Yeah, okay, cool. I've been playing some of the recent jam maps, and what was it? The Insomnia Jam? There are a few maps in there that have made me very wary of seeing dead enemies. Some good shit in that pack. Oh boy. Yeah. I should be like very careful when you're going quiet. Oh yeah, no, don't let me interrupt. You get him, Enforcer. Oh, he tried.
Enforcer's never going to beat a Shambler.
Tried so hard. Just got plenty of nails.
Yeah. Well, let's give him the gold star.
Yeah. Some beautiful gibs, though. Up the stairs. A lot of shadows here for buttons to hide in. Getting like a DM2 quad area vibe out of this.
Yeah, I like the sort of shadowy
Ooh,
darkness.
All right.
You get a lot of get a lot of atmosphere from it.
The fog helps as well.
Yeah, actually, I was a little bit wary with fog in this map because not all engines handle fog the same, and yeah, sometimes you get very different results.
Well, I generally go for Quake Spasm these days. It's not a lot of bells and whistles. Just gets the job done.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the target engine for most people in the community.
Right.
When they're building maps.
I'm older now. I don't really need so many bells and whistles. Another non sequitur. I'm seeing the return of J-Doom, or at least the models used in J-Doom that have existed since 2004. And they're being like incorporated in like Brutal Doom-esque things right now, and it really just I don't know why. I don't know why it's happening.
I've no idea what J-Doom is. I'm sorry.
It was
J mean Java? Is that Java Doom? Is that what that is?
It was models for Doom, and
Models
they
for
were
Doom. Gotcha.
very amateur models. But we're stuck with them. Oh, come on, I know I can get on that pipe. You and your pipes.
So technically you can, but
Yes.
I would advise you not to go any further
Oh
than
boy,
you currently have.
this is majestic
it will
though.
com-
Love this.
It will completely break the game progression.
Is that something I don't want?
You really don't want it to.
But you put a hole here.
I did put a hole, and I made
Just
it
as
tricky
much
to
as
get
I
to, so
jumped in the
people-
glory hole.
So people would only go one way through.
Uh-huh.
I didn't make it impossible. I just made it difficult.
Interesting. All right, I will acquiesce. Can't get me lasers. All right.
I mean, look, you can play the map however you want to play it, right?
These rails don't explode.
Maybe it's a bit late to be saying that now.
Never once have I frozen. I didn't check under the lift for a secret. Ooh, great. All right. Ooh, this opens up a lot of doors. Maybe not doors, but possibilities. Is there anything I'm missing in these crates? Like actual crates this time? Oop, 3 more to go. Sequence complete. About that. Alright. I like the use of the sky here. It's kind of nice. Dude, you're... Alright, I gotta say, I'm becoming a big fan of your lighting here. This is nice. I'm a
I'd like
sucker
to
for
say
just
that it
like
was-
skylights.
I'd
fluttering
like to
through
say
little
that it was
cracks like that.
completely intentional. But there was a lot of experimentation. It's like, oh, that looks good. Let's just go with that.
That's all. I mean, as long as nobody knows, then you can
Well,
absolutely say that that it was
Okay, guys
intentional and
listening.
artistic. So everybody
Guys,
forget
I
what you
need
just
you to,
heard.
I need you to forget everything you've just heard. And indeed, somebody just said, shout out to Eric W. Indeed, because so much of the stuff that we do in Quake mapping wouldn't be possible without his tools.
Yeah.
And even beyond Eric W. Tyrion, that guy.
Yeah.
The guy that Eric W.'s tools were based off of.
So I've just been funneled back to the start here. It's very interesting. I'm not sad about it at all because in larger sprawling maps like this, it's an opportunity to look at some things that you didn't really take in before. Inaccessible, I believe that. I don't think I ended up going up here, right?
No, this is where I told you that it forked off.
Right. Oh dear. Somebody's played Unreal.
You know, I did a heap. Only a little.
Not missing much. Ooh, grenade launcher. Alright. A grenade launcher without simultaneous zombies. You are a maverick.
Scarecrow's got it 100% right here. Inaccessible is just industrial for siege shut.
I guess I gotta lower the demonic tolerance level. Gotta lower the demonic presence to tolerance levels, that's it, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, I haven't thought of an arcane version, so if you guys can think of an arcane version of seized shut / inaccessible, nice, short and sweet, and
Do they all have a button? No. Alright. I would have been incredibly amused if that would just turn into a crusher as soon as you pushed it.
oh, that would have been.
You shoot it and
You-
the brush is
You're giving me all these good ideas, man. So
ADC
clearly, my
shut.
next map's going to be a troll map.
Oops. Didn't make it this time. Alright, so I'm about halfway through as far as enemies are concerned. Let's see. Hello, Fiend. S&G so good. And again with the late SSG.
Yeah, I
Admire that.
SSG is good. It's a very good weapon, but it ruins difficulty curves
Right.
when you give it too soon.
Oh, wires. You have dangling wires, man. A gurgling sound.
Shout out to the developers of Dead Space. Because I used a bunch of Dead Space textures in this map. All proceeds should go to
I want those nails. I'm gonna get those nails. My movement's not so good tonight. Rocket launcher.
tested it. It is possible.
Oh yeah, I mean they're there, so. All right, maybe I just have to do it from the red. That was a cool red secret, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't too. I mean, it's just a different texture.
Yeah, that's all it takes sometimes. There we go. Just got the right curve.
It was just enough for people to say, "Hey, this isn't the same."
Be subtle. All right, I like all the lights behind the crates. You're making the crates very spooky and silhouetted, and that's not something you see every day. Spooky crates. All right, so I'm back to Glory Hole Room.
So, maybe this isn't the right time to have told you this, but there is a secret exit to this map. But if you take it, you will miss out on most of the map. So,
well, I'm gonna do what you told me not to, and I'm going to go through the hole.
Okay. Is that a problem now? Um, yes, it's a problem. You won't be able to finish the map.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, actually, hang on. How many buttons have you got? Have you gotten 3 out of the 4?
I've gotten 2, I think.
Yeah,
3, I think. 2 or 3.
it might be okay.
Cryptic.
I mean, you will need to swim in the acid.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing I got red. Well, guys, it looks like I'm taking a cryptic passage. That's alright. I don't have 40 with me tonight. Well, I guess I'm going in the acid. Goodbye, red.
Yeah, it just tells you when you first go there that 4 buttons are required.
Yeah, in the little grate there. I'm not seeing a hole. Up there it is. There we go. Only lost half my armor. Is this a secret exit? Or just a teleporter?
No,
Okay.
it's not. It just takes you back up to the top of the area you're in.
Cool. I think that's the first teleporter I've seen so far between the 2 maps.
Yeah, I try to avoid using them where I can for the player. I like it being a little bit more organic, the way that the player can get from place to place.
I do admire
Actually,
the use of hazard tape here. That's very cute. Ooh, and you can walk through the hazard tape. Alright. Gone quiet again, but I got a few things to look at first.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about sprawling maps like this is like the tangible difference between being on path and off path can be very abstract, and I kind of like that feeling. Yeah.
I actually think that you should be able to finish most of them, all the map.
That is the goal. That is what I intended.
You know,
to
even
do.
though you went backwards through and wasted a bunch of life.
Okay, well this is actually not good. Okay, really not good. There we go. Oh, still not good. Oh geez. All right. Well, might be wondering how I ended up here. Can I actually get back up from this?
Well, this is your life now, right?
Yeah, this is...
You're just stuck there forever now.
I think so.
There is a lift there, by the way. It does.
Really?
It does.
Oh, I just had to sink down a little bit further. Is it here?
But I mean, choosing to go down is a thing.
I'm poking and prodding. I'm happy to poke, happy to prod. Happy to be wrong. And I just love all this dripping acid. It's a good shade of green too. Hope it's coming through on the encoder all right. Yeah. All right. So
there was I would have taken. What was it? Quake 3 had a map called H2SO4. Was it? Which
rings a bell. Maybe not. I don't know if it's for Quake 3.
Maybe it wasn't Quake 3.
No.
There was.
I'm still pushing buttons. Okay, I was on 3 before.
Okay.
Oh, is the problem that... Okay, well, I could get back to where I was, so I've been able to push a button now with... And I can still go back. So that's not dire. Nobody laughed at my cryptic passage joke. Still a little bit of might makes light here. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get to places via rocket and or grenade jumping or similar,
right?
You are rewarded with unmarked secrets in this map. So you know, if that floats your boat.
Sure, it's gonna be grenade without the benefit of red armor, but yeah. Still gonna fall. Disappointments fill population you. Yep, that sounds about right. Is it a one-way thing?
Yeah, yeah.
asshole.
You're welcome.
That is good. I wasn't disappointed until that moment. Alright, well I know I can get back through the hole I came through, but let's see what else we can accomplish. Let's see. Oh, no, that's a bit too
I mean, the desire to give you hints.
I know,
really.
I can feel your just like frustration here. It's kind of nice.
I do wish there were turnable for those valves that I've put on the wall. I wish there were turnable buttons in Quake,
Yeah.
or at least in Vanilla Quake.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
you've
I'd
had a
love to be
few
able
of
to
them
walk
so
up to
far.
those.
They've been cosmetic so far.
Yeah. It would be great if you could.
Yeah.
You know, you walk up to it, spins a little bit, just like Half-Life E. Right?
Right. Enjoying this area too. It's quite nice.
You know, the area started off as just a giant, big box, a giant big hollow cube, and I was trying to think, what the fuck should I do with this area? And it took me ages to get where I got with it.
There we go. Entertainment awaits.
Ooh. You're one of the few people that actually found that organically.
You've established a
just
pattern.
You just got. I know, right? You just gotta find where it leads to.
Yeah. So that's open now. This is open now. This is dark. Ooh, ah, nice. Wait, who? Don't shoot me. Dopefish welcomes you. Nice. This is cool. Nice. Yeah, that's a proper dopefish. Rancid moon. Bang bang. Kitty kitty bang bang. Nice. Got the TV. Cool, and a shootable door. Nice. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Super secret, and it's unmarked secret as well. So.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I really like this accent lighting. Might need that for my living room. Cool. All right. Progress, actual progress. But that's good. I needed the mega. It won't last forever, but it's appreciated nonetheless. So I can get back through the danger pipe. The pipe that ought not have been taken. And there's one more switch. I'm going to make the assumption that the switch is on this side of the map.
I guess you'd be technically wrong.
Okay.
But the way that you access it is through.
I didn't go through this end
Yeah.
suit. Yeah. Okay. There's another mega. I'm at 110. Might as well.
You've got the mega health. It's fine.
I never feel fine with polyps. Question is, where does that go? Okay, don't think it's anything back there.
I think the respawn timer on the Enviro suit there is actually broken.
Oh, okay.
Because it's actually supposed to respawn, but
Oh.
I think in the version that I released it, it's actually broken.
Well, I went through the pipe. I hit the button.
Did you go down there?
I came from there.
Through that door? Did you drop down?
Wow. She's gonna tell me to freeze, and I just don't feel like freezing. Is one of those barrels actually explodable? Alright.
Yeah, you haven't noticed them yet.
Right.
The occasional barrel is explodable.
Neat. Alright, there's the final button. Yeah, usually... yeah, there's a difference in my mind between maps that have, like, a door that say, you know, you gotta get, like, all 3 keys before you can open the door. And that usually is... And sometimes I feel like an excuse to do 3 small maps without having them, like, tie into each other. But this is a little bit different. It's like a sprawling map with, like, buttons all around it that lead into
See,
a final door.
that section you were just in, what I've noticed looking through a number of people's playthroughs is people are really hesitant to jump down there because there's no clear way back up. And people really only want to go to areas where they know that they can reascend.
Well, I hate to to go against the grain there. I'm not known for my wise decisions. Oh wait, that's the door I actually want to go through. Yeah, all right. It's a lot of buttons for a little door. Now I'm cautious.
It is, and you could argue that this section here is a bit of a anticlimax. You could make that argument.
I've got 6 shells and 27 rockets. All right.
27 grenades is plenty for a shell.
Yeah. It's just, oops.
I mean,
it's plenty enough for me too.
Yeah. Even though you should probably never.
Oh
use
right. Are these exploding? Are some of these exploding? Oh shit! You are a total and complete douche. I was going for dick or douche. I got somewhere in between.
I mean, I try.
I guess it makes you just yeah.
Surprisingly, the Shambler so very rarely actually triggers that button.
No, you're supposed to.
Sorry, actually triggers that explodable crate.
Right.
And I actually think I did a bad job of that as well in this particular room because that is the only explodable crate, and the only other explodable things in the map are barrels.
Right. It's alright. It is a nasty shock, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a visual language fail there.
I don't know. It's what some filmmakers would call subverting expectation. So does the Shambler like teleport
it's
in?
meant
Okay,
to look like he comes out of there, but
right. There. If I get on the right step, I can avoid most of the lightning. Until that happens, and then okay, this is going better. Nope. 2 megas, and I've squandered them. Oh, come on. We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright.
Well, you are mighty close to the end. I'll remind you that there were fish in this level, so we're going to see the monster numbers slightly wrong because of the fish bug.
All right, let's be a little bit tactical about this. There. I've lost half my cover, but at least the cover won't shoot me back. So that's nice. So I need to be very careful with my footing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright.
So the question is, do you risk a mid-battle save?
Oh hell no. Against a single Shambler? Not on your life. Ah, jeez.
I mean, you could always just Shambler dance with the axe.
I want a little more satisfaction here. Because now I'm mad at him. Now I'm mad. These barrels and I are gonna go the distance. I mean, I've made fun of the barrels, and now I better like make good use of them. I feel like I owe it to them.
Yeah, I feel like you should once you go around the corner.
Oh, that door's not closed. All right, that's very kind of you. Jeez. Okay. I've been trained to just assume that door would be closed. Yeah.
I feel like that once you finish this, you should restart the level and actually just do a quick run through and shoot some of the barrels and actually
work with me here. All right. Yeah.
Try Doomquake.
Okay. That actually went through his legs. Well, it probably just went under his hitbox because he was on a step. Come on.
Oh, I should have gotten you to play Nightmare with my Doom Nightmare Quake mod.
Yeah, and you
It
you have
has
the
a
randomizer too, right?
yeah. It has respawning nightmare enemies.
There we go. There we go. Oh. At the slip gate. Ah, good level exit there. All right. So on your suggestion.
Throw God mode on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I think I appreciate your patience. Part of this show is going to be people being very patient with me playing.
Yeah, so people typically don't shoot things like crates in Quake, barrels in Quake, because they know that exploding entities are, explode boxes.
Right.
But you can use some map hacks to emulate that behavior.
All right. Alright. The rod. I will switch back to something more hit scanny though for... I'm going completely the wrong direction before any of those barrels.
Arguably, yes, but you can get that from here. Just hang a right here.
Alright, so some of these crates... You said that was the only exploding crate. Alright.
Yeah, the barrels you can find around the place.
Right.
The ones with labels on them, little fire labels on them. And there are none down.
It's called environmental storytelling. That's wrong. Bark. Alright. Also the wrong hallway.
So this is magical. You keep going to all the places where there are barrels.
Alright. So yeah, this one's got poison on it. Oh, okay. Of course, now I'm taking this fight in a different direction than I was before, because the first time I came through from this side, and that's kind of special to me too, just being able to like recontextualize a fight from multiple angles.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about non-linear levels.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you do need to convey direction quite well, which, arguably I haven't done terrifically in this map, because of like you spent a while being lost or not knowing the correct direction.
Yeah, I will admit that, but it's always enjoyably lost.
Yeah, it depends on how you as well.
You know what? We can just thank you. Alright, so we've got these as well. So 1 out of 2 there. Oh, with the fiends, I'm going to save some ammo as well. It's this one, right? Nope. None of them. Just the ones with the poison on it.
Yeah, it's just the occasional one. I tried to not overdo it.
Alright, well, I'm going to call this one done and dusted, but really fantastic stuff. I'm a sucker for, like, stark green lighting. That's always okay in my book.
Yeah, it hasn't been overdone in Quake, so I thought it worked quite well.
Alright, so that means that we're going to be down to the map in progress, which you have warned me is unbalanced, but I don't know what that means.
Yes, some people will have seen this on my stream as I've been making it. In fact, the only time that I've worked on this in the last probably 3 months since I've been doing the stuff for Wrath is this morning and last night to make it.
At what stage of completion would you say you're in?
I'd say this is between 85 and 90% complete. Okay. There's some bits and pieces. Like you see there's some torches on the wall there. They need sconces. There's encounters need tweaking. Yeah.
Cool.
What difficulty are you playing on?
Should be skill 2 still. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just give you a heads up that its ammo conservation is difficult on normal.
Okay.
So on skill 2, it'll probably be even trickier.
Good to know. Will get into me doing a lot of running. I like the height of this room a lot. Nice and airy.
Yeah, so this map was actually it was the Retro Jam 5 map that's been
Okay, yeah.
solidly remixed. Retro Jam 5 was the wind tunnels,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
and so this map uses some wind tunnels.
Oh, cool.
And this first area
don't
before
look
you
incredible.
trigger a switch is all just exploration at the very start.
Right.
So you can go around this bottom floor.
That is
No
nice.
monsters have spawned, so you can just have a look around and
Oh,
see
I am.
what's here.
That's lovely, yeah. I don't even want to push any buttons just yet. Got any words of wisdom for me, face? No? Alright. That door opens, alright. The spawn points are interesting too. Ooh, blinky light, alright. That's a one-way. Says no. Alright, fine, fine. Guess it's button pushing time. The central pipe opens. Oh boy, that is very windy and very tunnely. Alright, let's do it. Whoa! Okay, that's a good reveal. Because it's a huge change in just how the lighting is as well. Like, the colors are just way different now. Way more ammo on Scrags than they ought to be. Well, you're front-loading a lot of the ammo here.
Yeah, I don't spawn a heap in, or drop down, or whatever.
Right.
It's mostly just up front,
Right.
and then try and conserve. I don't know whether that's the
I'll do
right
what I
choice or
can.
not.
I'll do what I can.
I mean, but it does. This map, it actually depends on your choices, right? Because depending on your choices, the amount of monsters you get will vary.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna save that pent for later. I mean, it's very deliberate, like, suspenseful pacing, because you're just throwing, like, 2 Scrags and a Death Knight at the guy, at me,
Yeah,
while
but
giving me
this
lots and
particular
lots of
map,
ammo.
it can go from paced to quite frantic fairly quickly.
I will respect that. Okay. I'm gonna grab it a little bit more. Where's that? Ooh, okay, alright. Yeah, okay. Well, yes, that's exactly what you were saying.
Yes. I'll give away the trick to that. If you
I think
just
I've got
walk on that red path,
Oh, okay. You stay
no
safe.
no
Alright.
monsters spawn.
Interesting. This is a desirable outcome, however. This is fine.
I mean, if they're going to infight, that's always
Yeah.
handy, right?
Yeah, you just get them Shamby. And a quad. Okay, so at least I've got backups. If I can get to them. You get him, Fiend. Is the Fiend not on him? Okay. Fine. He's got to take some damage here. Alright, let's get rid of him. I don't think I hit all the spawns, did I?
Might have
The
missed a
red
couple.
path. Yeah, alright.
There was a switch you missed, though. So,
Okay. Interesting. 5 secrets in this one. Well, they're on the lift.
to decide whether that's a good thing or not.
I always love the Death Knight voice.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you remember, but I can't hear it. So I'm just hearing your impressions of him.
That's okay. I will just endeavor to.
I mean, it was a good impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, that's what they sound like in my mind's eye.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make this one the first switch I hit. Oh, okay. But I want the ammo. That's not very nice of you, man. That's. Not...
Yeah, no. It's just like I said. It's a choice, and do you run to the ammo and risk spawning more monsters in?
Right.
Yeah, I think you spawned them all.
Okay.
Except that guy.
Maybe he's all right. Maybe he won't mind if I just kind of go over here for a little while. There's got to be something good back here. Okay, saw that quad before. Don't want to waste a quad on one shambler. These bricks are enticing.
Yeah, I did the every brick is a brush thing here.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that was a good idea or not.
You can get to here at least without. All right.
I mean, enjoy it and everything, but
yeah.
I'll just spoil it now. There's nothing there. there's just misery.
It would be tactically nice to me if that was another way to get back up without having to get in front of old Shambly pants.
I might have to think about including that for the next version. See, this is feedback. This is good.
Almost made it. All right, fine. It's gonna hurt. Oh no, he just went melee first instead. All right, fine. I don't have to pay attention to him right now. All right, so there's the other switch up top. I hear spawns though. Oh no, that was the LG. Oh no. Fuck. It was actually the Shambler that got me in the end. Alright. All the times not to have a rocket launcher. I see you. Oh no, he sees me too.
Yeah, like I said, rocket launchers break maps. They make maps too cruisy.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
All of a sudden you're on the other side of the map.
It also happens to be the opinion I share about Vors, so.
Well, now guns work just fine for Vors, so.
Thank God for that pillar. Alright. Here we go. Sequence complete. That's definitely going on the bingo card, just obligatory. It's gotta. Okay, well. Besides the Shambler.
Bingo card, Shamblernaut tells you what's good and is not good. Mapping / gameplay mechanics.
No, it's just more like things that are just part of the common language, things that will crop up a lot. I love these blinking lights. Oh dear. Oh no. I got lucky on that one. That was great.
Yeah, P-Dog, it's changed a lot since the initial map.
Is there a real trick to it?
You have a funk wall somewhere in your map, and then you make an info not null, and then you reference that wall model, and you give it some angular velocity.
Okay.
It's not super
Doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good.
Yeah, so rail shooters. This is like an experiment in rail shooters in Quake. I don't know whether it works or not, but it's a thing.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about rail shooters without having a real gun. Out of my comfort zone here. Oh dear. Okay, well, they're just scrags, friendly little scrags. Oh dear. Alright.
Just friendly little scrags. Sounding somewhat like Bob Ross there.
Happy little scrags. Just floating through the air. I mean, this is the ideal enemy for this kind of encounter. I feel like there's going to be some
they
attrition
follow,
damage
they
no
get in the
matter what.
way.
Yeah.
They spawn in, and they spawn too many in. 2 health, that's going to be fun.
Yep.
I mean, of course, it's Fodder's favourite bit of the map.
Why would the Elder Gods build such a thing? Nighty night. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
I did mention that it wasn't necessarily valid.
I mean, it's kind of ideal, I think, because you're not in immediate danger. You're not in immediate danger, but there is a real moment of, alright, that didn't need to happen that way. Alright, you know what, Knight? Your mom ever tell you start your attack frames too early? There we go. Short little stubby arms. Is it really on the death trigger? No, okay, it's just happened
No,
to be.
it's timed from when the
Gotcha.
lift gets up to the top. Oh, look, you got 50 life and some.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Feeling fantastic.
I mean, I shouldn't laugh. I mean, it's clearly
No, you should.
unbalanced.
That's exactly what you're here for. All right, this is all right. Just conserving ammo by generating a lot of infighting. That wasn't gonna save me.
Man, it's almost like that with a Zed-aware ogre. I mean, it was. but man, he got the snipe something fierce.
He really does. He's not distracted by that Death Knight either. He is just paying attention to me. Yeah. You know what? Let's just do this. Oh dear. No. This is getting worse. It got worse. I think a fiend caught me on the way down. Fell through the grates. Oh, and we're back in the starting area. That's nifty.
So this isn't necessarily selling my map, is it? Really? It makes it look like a really unfair map. Guys, it's not JR that's that's bad. It's the map that's ridiculously unbalanced at this point in the map.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. 2 HP is enough.
I mean, I think if you're careful, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Got a lot of practice in being careful by necessity. Alright, teleporter. Let's do this. Let's clear out the ogres. Piss off a fiend. Piss off a Death Knight. That's satisfying. I don't know, maybe it's just like Doom pedigree where a lot of Doom maps are about, lots and lots of enemies, and you just kind of like take what you can.
Okay, so if in a proper slaughter map, I think it needs to be difficult but fair at the same time. Like, you have to give the player everything that they need to be able to succeed.
That air tunnel almost fucked me. Just by pushing me back into the fiend. That would have been a fun clip. But everything's basically fine now.
Yeah, you're pretty much in the clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're doing okay on ammo as well, so...
A lot of infighting. I've been getting some favors here. So not a lot of these doors have messages on them, like no center print. Going back in there doesn't do too much.
I know, right? They should all say seized, shut, or inaccessible, or not yet, or...
This door has a headache, yeah. This door's just not in the mood.
Not tonight, honey.
Alright, so... Ominous lift. I could just let gravity do the work. Or just falling through the bars.
Hey, look, gravity did the work.
Yeah. Bit too much, alright. There's nothing too interesting up there. So, same message there, right? Can't exit, find over. Oh, now there's dudes there. Gotcha. Alright. Maybe the one thing that would constitute as actual feedback from me is like maybe put like one enemy there So that when you're like in this room and you're like, yeah, I've been through there. That's the beginning of the map. You're at least told that, okay, there's something else there.
Yeah.
So yeah, my feedback so far is more enemies.
Gotcha. I'll throw dozens more.
maybe just one, you know, like a grunt. I know there haven't been any grunts here thematically, but might do the job.
Yeah, that's one thing I kind of dislike doing is mixing the enemy types.
I mean, I've been critical of AD in the past, but one of the great things is that it does flesh out each theme so that you have like a good mix of... Oh, that was not an air tunnel. A good mix of enemies for each theme, which is handy. I guess that's why there's a bunch of blood down there.
Yeah, you gotta jump.
Oh, well. Oh. Yep, and this time I get that. Cool. Proper nails. And there's no fiends coming after me, so that's okay, that's fine. Can live with that. Ooh, I like these planets. I will get to those in a second. As soon as I just check out the other doors. Opened nearby. I need signs around my house that say, like, opens on the other side. Maybe bathroom doors. Does not open from this side. Digging the planets. I know I'm dealing with you, Death Knight, but I really want to look at the cool brushes. Oh, yeah, that's neat. Oh, you even got little rings on them. Ah, cool. Dope. Just admiring this for a second. It's very nice. With the nice warm lighting, too. It's very cool. I'm not even worried about these ogres. I'm not even worried about the fact that I can't get back through that door. Riding high.
Do you have a countdown to arena fight, or is it?
No, I mean, those are kind of bread and butter. They'll happen. I haven't gotten a single secret yet. I'm not very pleased with myself. But no, this is definitely.
Well, I mean, you bypassed secrets.
I know I have. Almost as a matter of course.
Well, there was the quad.
Oh, right, yeah, the one that
and the pentagram.
Gotcha, yeah. Those are both secrets.
I mean, yeah, and you're locked out.
Right, that's fine.
You can't get to them now.
No, that's fine because I was expecting a more dire circumstance in that area.
Is this going to be a full episode? Yes. All these maps will be released as an episode eventually. Once I finish them all, they'll get tweaked and re-released.
Cool.
So they'll all get individual releases first, and they'll play as solo maps, but...
Thank you for putting me above a vor.
No worries, I did consider putting that trigger a little bit further down, so you had to be on that bottom platform to fight it, but I'm like, nah, there's no cover there. People will just get angry.
It really just punishes you if you fall down to a platform that you ought not have fallen down to. I'm assuming that it's bad news if I fall down there.
Yeah, you can try. There's no punish for going down there.
Aww, thank you, Jupiter. Gotta reload anyway. 60 out of 85. Ooh, oh, alright, cool. Oh, there's the fiends. There you are. I know you were hiding around somewhere. That's... No, I've been enjoying the lighting throughout. A lot of different things.
I try to work pretty hard at not necessarily using the tools to make better lightings, but certainly use the brushwork to cast shadows as best as I can.
I messed up again. I didn't have the timer on, but there's some crates.
Oh, there are.
I gotta get good at this.
We'll just
fire the director.
Just have to go with like 20 minutes or...
Yeah, something like that. It's pretty good though. I should be able to... Oh, nope. I was about to like jump up onto them. Oh. Alright, cool. Hello, Rotfish. Think Rotfish ever hang out with Rottweilers? No, not a polyp, not a polyp. No, 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 no. This has gone from okay to not okay.
I mean, they gotta be related. Surely they're like two halves of the same coin, right?
All right, we're good. Polyp's still down there, and he can stay down there. All right, not too many enemies left, and we've come full circle. Very satisfying. And is the glory hole open now? Yes, it is. Cool. Dig it. Nice. Only, well, if you want to call it 3 secrets, we can call it 3 secrets. But yeah, no, I quite like that. The spawns happen, but in a lot of those areas, like they happen in such a way that you're not like immediately face to face with a fiend or something like that. Like you can at least absorb the new information, even if that information is you're fucked.
Well, thank you for the feedback for that level. That's good.
Yeah.
Good to have.
Again, one extra enemy right before getting back into like the starting area. That would do it. Perfect map. That's a lot of cool, like, I hate to use the word gimmick because it sounds like a negative thing, but no, there's a lot of neat little features in there that I wouldn't have expected otherwise.
I'm all about the gimmicks, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
The very first maps that you'll see that I've released, I mean, they're all garbage, but they're all they're all filled with map hacks,
Right.
like to the brim with map hacks. And it's just like, it's fun to try and push the engine to do things it was never supposed to do.
Of course, yeah. It's always a big deal. I also didn't flip the switch on the label there. All right, so 2 major mistakes for episode 1. It's all right. We won't count all of the running directly into ogre grenades as mistakes. Those are just it's just entertainment value is what that is.
It's a feature.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, we certainly got our hours worth. Maybe a little bit my fault for wandering, but you give me a map like that, I am going to wander. I'm just going to have a good old time. That's why I was talking about Thief so much during that, because, yeah, it's very much like, you know, walk in a room, enjoy it, take a sip of coffee, you know, look at the artwork on the wall, and go to the next room. It's nice.
I really appreciate you playing through, and thank you very much for being that it's the first episode. I feel honored to be here for that.
I love that you feel that way. Another interpretation would be this is where all the rough spots are going to be. So I thank you for your patience and willingness to go through them. But no, this has been awesome. The feedback in chat has been great. This is something I definitely I got my jimmies out of, or my jollies out of for sure. Getting to play the map without feeling like either I'm not really by myself getting to just like sit and enjoy and play it, or having to, you know, make Inithis happy and entertain him. So definitely an ideal situation. Thank you, Fodder. Thanks for the bits, man. And yeah, hats off to you, because yeah, all quality all the way through. I think everybody got a lot of eye candy. I got a lot of grenade candy, and not too many Vors. So there are like 2 Vors that piss me off, and one really nice one.
You got to be steady on with the Vors. You can't be too mean with them.
I definitely agree.
Same deal with the spawns. You know, you can't go overboard with those. It's just
I got to say, that's actually the thing
out.
I'm impressed by, is that the enemy choices have been kind of like surgical. Like you do want to create a situation where like one spawn messes everything up, you know? Like everything's fine until the polyp shows up. Or, you know, it could be a Vor, it could be, you know, 8 Scrags, it could be anything like that. But yeah, just having that extra little knife twist just when you think everything is about to get resolved. I dig it.
So one of the things that I think is one of my weaknesses is actually choosing the right monster for the geometry. I think I'm getting better at it, and I think probably in my later maps they're a lot better than my earlier maps. But yeah, just knowing, I think it's a matter of having made enough maps and enough practice.
Yeah.
To know what monster works perfectly for that situation.
Well,
anyway,
I certainly felt it a lot in those cases. I mean, even the the trapped in a cage section. I mean, Scrags were the right choice there. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna go through, I think, Acid Trip and delve into it a little bit more, because it's honestly like just a nice place to be in. It's industrial and sewerish, but it's just kind of serene at the same time. So yeah,
I
could
can
spend some
send
time
you
there.
I can send you a different version of that map, which has got some very, very slight tweaks, and they're just like area conveyance. So it's
Okay, yeah.
so the important doors that you need to go to are lit up, so that it's more clear where you should go.
Was that a previous version or the version that you said you were like kind of polishing up?
The version that you played was the version that got through to Quidicted.
Right, which is where I got it.
Which I made a few edits for when somebody said they were going to play it online, and it completely slipped my mind that I should have sent you the better version. But we're talking only like 2 or 3 things, and I fixed the respawning envirosuit for that as well.
Oh,
for that
okay,
version.
sure, yeah. Huh. Well, highly enjoyable, man, and thank you. I think we got a lot out of it. I think everybody else out there got a lot out of it, and it's something we're going to be doing again. And the idea is to kind of go through a lot of Quake mappers, a lot of Doom mappers, but you will definitely be welcome back on whenever you like. Just crank out 3 or 4 more maps. No big deal, right?
Sure thing. I produce about 1 a week. No, about 1 a year is about what I get through.
All right. Well, I think with that, you have a good rest of your day there. I'm going to be getting. It's actually quite late now, but thank you once again. Have a great night, Shamblernaut. Everybody, this has been Mapper's Mark, episode 1, and we're going to keep doing it. It's definitely a little bit of a different thing for us, a little bit different thing in general, and we hope it's different in just the right way. Everybody, have a great evening.